Just a quick but super important reminder before we jump in, this is all for educational purposes. It is absolutely not financial advice.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is day 107 for the PLAZM protocol, and wow, what a day it's been. We are in full-on rally mode. The vault has just completely shattered its all-time high, and you know what? The final countdown to normalization is officially on. Okay, let's get into it.
So here's the game plan. We're going to kick things off with the day's two massive headlines, that rally and the new vault record. Then we'll pop the hood and look at the mechanics building this financial fortress. After that, we'll look ahead to that critical 11-day countdown. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with today's final verdict. All right, let's just get right to the good stuff, shall we? The energy today is just off the charts, and it's all about two major wins that are defining day 107.
And there it is, the headline of the day, maybe even the headline of the month. The vault just smashed its previous all-time high, rocketing past that $500,000 mark to over $551,000. What a massive, massive milestone.
And get this record isn't happening in a vacuum. Nope, it's a full-blown rally day with green all across the board. Both of the protocol's key tokens are on a tear. PLAZM is up over 4.3%, and eSHARE is right there with it, climbing over 4.4%. You love to see it. That's what we call synchronized strength.
To really, truly appreciate the size of this leap, just look at the last 24 hours. I mean, yesterday the vault was sitting pretty at a very respectable 520,000. Today, 551,000. That is just a phenomenal single-day jump.
So here's the most important part. The vault didn't just inch past its old record. It absolutely blasted right through it. We're talking about a gain of over $31,000. That's a 6% increase in the vault's value in just one day.
And this right here, this just brilliantly shows the accelerating momentum. Just 23 days ago, on day 84, the vault was under 400K. By day 100, it had climbed all the way to 518K. And now, just a week later, we've hit a brand new peak. The growth curve is getting steeper at the perfect time.
So, you might be asking, what is driving this incredible performance? Well, let's look under the hood and break down the core mechanics that are creating this financial fortress.
It really all starts with the supply structure. A massive 73% of all PLAZM is what we call protected, which just means it's staked, locked in liquidity, or it's been permanently burned. We're talking over 2 million PLAZM staked alone. Now, this is so crucial because it takes a huge chunk of the supply off the open market, which reduces potential sell pressure and creates a much more stable foundation for the price. And that 73% number, it's no fluke. It's been holding strong for 3 days in a row since that big restructuring on day 104. This tells us the change worked. We've established a new, much more resilient baseline for the whole protocol. Now for the second pillar of this fortress, the protocol's share of all DexFi bonds, which is a key mechanism for treasury growth, has climbed to an incredible 27.8%. We are now just a stone's throw away from owning 28% of the entire ecosystem's bond market.
And just like the vault, this has been a story of steady, relentless accumulation. On day 84, we held just under 6,000 bonds. Today, we hold over 7,300. That is a 23% growth in bond ownership in just 23 days. Just steady progress.
Let's talk about the deflationary engine, shall we? The total number of burned PLAZM tokens has now reached nearly 726,000. This is such a powerful metric because it represents 13% of the total supply just gone, permanently removed from circulation. And here's the wild part. The burn rate has gone into hyperdrive lately. Of those 726,000 burned tokens, nearly 600,000 of them have been destroyed in just the last 23 days. That's a 475% increase in the burn rate. The deflationary pressure is just building and building every single day. So all of this strength, the new vault record, that stable structure, the bond dominance, it's all happening as we enter the final stretch. The countdown to a major protocol event has officially begun.
So, what is this big event? What's going on in 11 days that has everybody watching the calendar so closely?
11 days. That's the timeline. On day 118, the protocol's tokenomics go through a fundamental shift, and it's called normalization.
So what is normalization? Well, in simple terms, it's a massive supply shock. The daily release of new tokens gets cut by nearly 40%. It drops from almost 145,000 all the way down to just 89,000. This is a permanent reduction in daily inflation. It's hard-coded right into the protocol.
and it's kicking in just as our momentum is hitting its peak.
Okay, let's pull all these threads together. Time to deliver today's final verdict on the health of the protocol.
I mean, the checklist for day 107 really says it all, doesn't it? We've got a new all-time high in the vault at $551,000. Check. Both tokens are rallying. Check. We command almost 28% of the DexFi bond market. Check. The supply structure is solid with 73% protected. And the countdown clock to normalization is now at just 11 days. Check, check, check.
$551,000 vault, all-time high, 27.8% of DexFi bonds. 2.05 million staked, 13% burned. Both tokens rallying, 11 days to normalization. This is what momentum looks like entering the final stretch.
And as always, please remember, this information is just for educational purposes. It is not financial advice. Never ever invest more than you can afford to lose, and always do your own thorough research. Thanks so much for tuning in.